Hey, what's up everyone? If you've ever tried to grow teeny tiny bonsai like these guys and had problems getting them to actually grow, today we're going to talk about some techniques that I use in order to be more successful. This is a tray that I grow some mame in, and mame is the Japanese word for bean or mini bonsai. We call them mini bonsai on our site. And before I started using this tray, I was having significant issues with the trees not being healthy and not really putting on any growth. But you can see from each one of these guys that I'm getting a significant amount of growth. So obviously, this technique is pretty useful in terms of getting your mame to be successful and more resilient. But there's some stuff going on here that you might not see. So like this one stands out kind of as the most distinctive, with all of that, 12 inches worth of growth coming out of this tiny little container. This is a Zelkova. I've got some Toniasters here, and I've got a exposed root maple in a small container, and some junipers here in the back, and this one here in the front. So let's deconstruct this. The first thing I'm going to do, because this has been put together like this for over a year now, it's got a pretty thick layer of moss on it, and partly that's due, even though I live in a dry climate, is due to the secondary and tertiary waterings that I'm doing in the afternoons to make sure that these guys aren't drying out on warmer days. So that moss has really sort of colonized things here, and it's getting a little bit too thick. I'm not going to get rid of it, but I am going to take it off and kind of reset this whole thing and show you guys how to put it together. So let me just pull up a couple here and show you what's going on. Now, underneath, so this is regular bonsai soil in these containers, which is akadama, pumice, and lava. And then down underneath here is a sifted fine lava. Now, if you can't get fine lava like this, you can also use just like a coarse play sand. Most home centers, you can get a coarse sand, and as long as it's been rinsed for salt content, which usually is not a problem around here in San Francisco at least, it's a good medium for nestling the containers into. So you can see this one has a fair amount of roots that have come straight out of the bottom of that container and are headed down into that lava. The lava, that fine lava that I have down in here, is staying pretty much moist all the time. And occasionally I'll just come along and pick these guys up and then just snap off these roots that have extended out of the bottom of the container to prevent it from relying too much on those roots.